Yesterday was Earth Day, and I'll admit I was unprepared. I was so caught up in what we were doing, I forgot all about it. But in this post Earth day, I just want to share a few things with you. Number one, I was having Easter brunch at my brother in law's house and was talking to this very successful individual who's highly political. And he was informing me and everyone around us that there is absolutely, positively no evidence whatsoever that temperatures are rising, that climate change is even real. And even if it were real, nature goes through cycles. It's a natural warming, if anything at all. So, let me just share a couple things with you. And this is one of those moments where I did wish I had a smartphone so I could pull up the data. And because opinions, everyone's got one, but data is kind of hard to refute. These are global average temperatures pulled from the government. And this is not a conspiracy by one political party because, as you see, this is this is quite a span of years, and there seems to be a trend in the temperatures. And these are the hottest years on record over here, and they seem to have happened recently. Now, this is the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere, and this comes from Scripps, the Institute of Oceanography, and where this line becomes far more detailed. And this is because these are daily measurements taken on top of Mauna Loa out in Hawaii. And this is during my lifetime. And I don't know if you notice, but there seems to be a trend. And if we look back over the last 800,000 years, yes, the Earth goes through cycles, doesn't it? It cycles up and this is natural. It cycles up and down naturally. And then it goes, oh my goodness, what's this? What is this? This seems to be an anomaly. Seems to be something different. This does not appear to be a natural cycle. Does it? Does it to you? And seriously, why don't you take a moment and read this and ponder it? Because yesterday, a student informed me that the moon landings were not real. The denial of science that's happening in our society today is unbelievable. You guys, this is suicide to deny things that are demonstrably true. Look for yourself. Explore the facts. Don't listen to talking heads. Okay. That's the end of the post-Earth Day rant. Let's get back to the Mac Lab and talk about things that I forgot to mention yesterday. Someone said, well, you talked about blue and you talked about red, orange, yellow, and gray, but what about green? Mine's green. Well, green is just fine. Green means you don't have 5 or more damage and or you don't have less than 5 or more damage and 10 or more honor. That's how it turns blue. If you have 10 or more honor without having 5 or more damage. Damage overrides honor. So you can have 27 honor, but if you have 10 damage, this thing's going to turn orange. Make sense? Okay, Norse code. Work hard on this. Remember, we've got through Saturday school, and I've told you guys some of the strategies to use, combining maybe this text with this design. Who knows? But work that around. You can flip this over. Who was that? Kelsey? Someone showed me that yesterday. Thank you very much. And you may take 25 gold for that tip. The provocative article I posted on Earth Day, it's pretty long. If you want to read it, go ahead and read it outside of class. And just remember, oh yeah, and Kadir's poem. Last day. We're going to collect these today. Pay attention to the instructions on this page. And when you get down here, undo that. I was making sure that worked. Submit a JPEG, not your Photoshop file, and certainly not your Illustrator file, because the instructions told you to work in Photoshop. And then click that and move on. But otherwise, just submit your JPEG. And this is the submit button for the attachments. This is the submit button for these questions. There was some confusion of that before. All right, you guys, there you go. Ponder this quote and think about your place in your world and how you're going to deal with this problem that is being compounded by idiots who refuse to accept demonstrable facts, measurable, indisputable facts. Think about that while you watch whoever it is you watch yammer on the television set. We have people running for president who deny this is a problem. Not a problem. Besides, it would be bad for business to do anything about it. Yeah. It's going to be really bad for business.